In a recent poll on the channel, more than 50% of you, the audience, said that you were confident that this ski season would happen in one form or another. Guys, I love the optimism and the enthusiasm. It's important that we stay positive. I think we're going to have a ski season in one form or another, and we're going to get lots of snow. I hope you do, wherever you are, whether you're on a trip or you're working. Today, I'm going to take you on a drive up to the ski hill, up to Revelstoke Mountain Resort, where I'm going to go and collect my season pass. So let's get this engine started. I'll talk more as we drive along the way. So we're just a little outside of the Revelstoke town itself at the moment. I'm on West Side Road, I think it's called. So I thought this would be a good place to start. It's going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to get up to the ski hill. If you're from the town, obviously it depends on traffic. There's a few things obviously to talk about. Let's start with the car, because obviously that was quite a popular video a few weeks back, and people were asking about things to do with driving in Canada and insurance. Unfortunately, this car has actually been in the garage for about a week, and annoyingly I've already had issues with it. Last weekend there was smoke coming out of the engine. It wasn't a pretty sight. I feared the worst. It was an issue with the water cooler, and the fan belt was basically burning up, hence there was the smell of rubber. Just going past here on this little bridge, this is a little, on the right here is a little walk up to the Boulder Lookout, which you will have seen me climb up in, I think, the first video I was here, where I was doing the first impressions looking out above the town, and that's a nice little walk. Yeah, so it went in the garage. I took it to one of the garages there and had to get a brand new water pump, water cooler, sorry, and a new belt on it. So straight away, nice big expense for my vehicle on top of what I already paid for it. I guess it's not an uncommon thing for you know, a car that's got 300,000 kilometers on it, but yeah, not very needed at the start. But she's back on the road now. This morning I just got the winter tires on as well, which you know, as you can see as we're driving now, there is a little bit of snow on the ground. This is left over from last week or so. Weather-wise, down in the town, it's been wet, sleety, you know, which is to be expected. We are still in November, but as far as I'm aware, on the top it has been dumping. This video is going to come out on Saturday, and if all things go according to plan, I will be on the slopes enjoying the Revelstoke powder, or whatever conditions we get. So okay, so we're just now coming up to one of the entrances onto the Trans-Canada Highway, going to be turning into Revelstoke. I'm going to be turning onto Highway 1. So yeah, we're going to just be coming into Revelstoke now, over the bridge. Beautiful sight to sort of make you feel welcome anyway. It's a relatively easy place to sort of drive around. I don't particularly want to be doing too much driving outside of town during the winter, due to road conditions and you know, the elements. I don't want to get trapped on a massive also I don't know if work's ever going to allow it. You know, I do want to maybe try and get to some of the other ski areas at some point during the season if possible. Places like Sunshine, Lake Louise, Kicking Horse, which I went to as a kid, would love to revisit them. I think it's about 4 or 5 hours drive, if I remember rightly. So yeah, sort of really entering into Revelstoke now. And this main road, the Highway 1, runs alongside the railway and has the Revelstoke Town on the right. In a previous video I mentioned that I'm on sort of 3rd Street West. Most of the streets here are all on straight lines, so it's relatively easy to sort of find your way around. Not like living in the countryside in the UK. Let's just pause the guided tour for a second, because I want to talk about the channel and interviews just really briefly. I'm filming this now on Friday, it's coming out on Saturday. I don't usually film on Fridays. I plan to upload a video for Friday. The interviews, or Slope Talk, which we recently changed the name to thanks to you guys, the audience, where we get guests on and they get to talk. Now unfortunately that's not been able to be as consistent as I would have liked over the last few weeks, because 2 times now in the last 6 weeks I've sort of been let down by guests, and let down not just because they've not appeared on the show, like they sort of missed the appointment or haven't completely responded, but then they've ended up on a certain British skiing podcast. Well, I don't really blame them for going on a platform that has more viewers, it has more reach, you know, but I just feel like if you've sort of engaged in that process of agreeing or discussing about coming on a show, you should just do the right thing and either, you know, say I can't do it, don't want to do it, or whatever, and then I'd understand. Instead, it's been a bit gut-wrenching, a bit of a kick in the teeth, because I have to dedicate a lot of time and effort outside of work that I have to do to pay the bills to be able to make these channels, and I want to be able to upload consistently, and when I can't upload, that is annoying. Okay, so this is one thing I don't get about Canada driving. We have like this flashing red light just randomly in the centre of town, and what you're meant to do is literally pull up here and you've got to be stationary for apparently 3 very long seconds. But I don't see the point of it, because it's on a main road, or a highway as they want to call it. The locals have told me it's to do with the fact that you do have the train crossing there, and that, you know, if you've got people that have been waiting for a long time because a train's gone past, to let them go through. But even so, you're supposed to sort of like, and you don't want to get fined. Apparently, a fine out here is like not a little thing, it's a couple of $100, so I'm just playing it safe anyway. But we're now sort of coming out of the main part of Revelstoke, or Revy as sort of it's locally put, and heading towards what is sort of known as Southside, that part of town. This is the route that I would take on my way to work also, because my job is up near the ski hill. That's a resort shuttle bus which they are now running, so if you don't have a car and you're living in the town and you want to get up to the ski hill, that runs pretty much from now onwards really, and I think it's just $4 a pickup from wherever it is you are, and then you can get up to the mountain. So conditions in terms of what it's actually like on the mountain, like I said, there's definitely been some good amount of snow. I looked on the website last night and they said there's a base up on the Alpine of 130 centimeters, so that's a good base. I don't think there's going to be much of the backcountry that's open. They've not recommended to go tree skiing, which you'd understand, because you know there's not going to be a lot of powder. It's still very early. The conditions are not going to be primed for sort of massive backcountry skiing. But in terms of groom runs, there will be a few of those. But as predicted, you'll have to get the gondola down at the end of the day. So no skiing from top to bottom for this coming weekend, which is fair enough. I got to tell you, it's just going to be nice to be able to get back on the mountain. That's my honest feeling. I mean, I've been excited seeing the snow come last week, but I think the moment I get in that gondola tomorrow, I'll have like another batch of excitement, which I haven't felt for quite some time. And I suppose that's a feeling which a lot of us skiers and snowboarders are going to have when we can finally get to the mountains this winter. So we've now really left like Revelstoke as the main town, and sort of on our final little section up to the ski hill. This is a nice sort of almost like a sleepy part of the town, which I'm guessing there's probably been quite a few of the locals who have lived here for a while. We're going to turn left here now at this crossroad, and go through a school area where you have to drive super slow. There's police cars that'll be lined up on the side waiting and monitoring your speed. But you'll also see on the left lots of construction. Revelstoke is a growing town. It's taken off in the last 4 or 5 years, and something that will surprise many of you, I think, about the ski area is that it's actually a fairly new ski area. It was only built, I think, back in 2005, maybe 2006, and it changed owners, I think, when the financial crisis hit, and yeah, since then it's just sort of really boomed. The locals will tell you about the issues with housing prices and having enough accommodation for seasonal workers. I've had a lot of people ask me about what was it like to get seasonal accommodation here in Canada, and I have talked about that before in previous videos as well, but the secret I found there was to just do it early. Made contacts with people over Facebook, on the rental groups. I couldn't guarantee anything yet because of the visa, obviously, but just to have something initially lined up was better than nothing. And then when I was able to confirm it, that was just one less thing to worry about. Yeah, happy to be here now. It's surprising to think that actually it's already been 5-6 weeks, and everything that's been done. It's been great fun. It's been exhausting, and yeah, I know you guys have had lots of questions, and thank you to everybody who has sent in those questions from last week. That Q&A video was yeah, it was really good, and I obviously, if anyone else still has any more questions, send them in. Just up here, we will be coming into many car parks, There's nowhere else you can actually really reach on this road except to go back down towards the small airport. So I wonder how many of these cars are like people like me now going to get their season pass, because you don't want to be getting your season pass the day before, on the day that the lift's open, because you're just going to be queuing about for ages. So let's just see. Man, this weather just won't let up. I'm just hoping it all is all snow. It was cold enough that they had the lift, they had the cannons running the other week. And I don't know if you can see on the GoPro right now, but they've actually got the gondolas moving on the left. They've been doing that this all week, all practicing. Okay. Yeah, we have cars in the car park. That is the Southern Hotel at the base. I'm just going to find a place to park. I don't think in this little car park I'm going to find anything new. Okay, I'll be right back with you guys. Let's see how getting this lift pass goes.
A few minutes later.
So here we go, folks. Here is my Revelstoke Mountain Resort season pass. This has a picture of me inside, digitally that is, my name written on the pass, so it can't be used by anybody else. This is the little sticker, the little tick that proves I've been double vaccinated. That took all of 10 minutes in there, and all that's left for me to do now is to join the queue lines tomorrow morning to get up onto that hill, which yeah, I'm really looking forward to. Naturally, hope you enjoyed today's video of the drive up to the ski hill. Any thoughts, any questions, of course, put them in the comments below. You know me, I will get back and answer every single one of them because it's what I love to do. If you enjoyed today, like this video and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We're just at 750 subscribers now, so let's keep building that, and I will keep bringing you more content also. So there will probably be a video on Monday or Tuesday of this weekend skiing. Look out for that, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.